Taoiseach, the Local Government Reform Act of 2014, introduced by your own party in government, established NOAC, the National Oversight and Audit Commission, an independent statutory body to provide oversight of the local government structure in Ireland, its functions involving scrutiny of performance generally and financial performance specifically. On the 17th of January this year, the chair of NOAC, Mr Michael McCarthy, told the Housing Committee, and I quote from the Dáil record, the committee record, "NOAC does not have a function of providing input to the development of policy for the sector. Furthermore, NOAC has no role in decisions around funding models or levels of funding for local authorities. As prescribed in the Act, NOAC does not apply sanctions, penalties or fines to examine individual cases. Rather, our role is to act as an oversight body, and most of the work of NOAC is carried out through its 4 working groups. These deal with local government governance, efficiency and reform, performance indicators, communications and customer survey and financial management and performance." That was the chair of NOAC. Well, here's what a former member of NOAC says about the National Oversight and Audit Commission. "NOAC is a complete joke. While I served on the NOAC board, it became patently clear that the body had been neutralised from the off through a pincer movement by the department, who had an audit secretary on the commission, and the CCMA, that is the County and City Managers Association, representing the county managers, who ensured that there was no probing, no accountability and no consequences." Taoiseach, you will have read the recent media reports from RTÉ's Paul Cunningham about the misclassification of employees at Dublin City Council. And it's now emerging that a €20 million hole in the finances of Dublin City Council will ensue, and which this may never have come to light were it not for Paul Cunningham. But it is clearly something that has been going on for years. Is it not fair to say, Taoiseach, that the public can have no confidence that the local authorities are managing their spend correctly, which is just €6 billion spread across 31 local authorities of taxpayers' money annually? €6 billion. Now, Taoiseach, the entire structure of the local authority needs to be reviewed. With the €6 billion spend, the state can ill afford to take a haphazard approach to governance and accountability. So would you agree, Taoiseach, it's now time that the responsibility for auditing local authorities is brought under the remit of the Controller and Auditor General? And can you tell the House you will ensure that that action is taken to safeguard the taxpayers' monies?
Thank you. Taoiseach.
Thanks, Deputy. This is something I'll have to discuss with Minister Donnell and also with Minister O'Brien. What I would say is that principally local authorities are accountable to the elected members of the local authorities. I believe in local government and I don't like to see central government taking over local government. Sometimes that's had to happen. Functions have had to be transferred from local government to central government, but it's never been something that I've been particularly enthusiastic about, while it has been necessary in some instances. And ultimately, local authorities are accountable to the elected members. We do have a National Oversight and Audit Committee, chaired by former Deputy Michael McCarthy. It is an audit committee and it is an oversight committee, and I think it does valuable work. I'm not sure if transferring oversight to the CNAG is a good idea or not. It would then bring it into the realm of the PAC, which perhaps is what the Deputy would like to see. But again, that is central government beginning to take over local government, and I'm not sure that's the right approach. But it is something I have an open mind on, and something that I will discuss with Minister Bryan and Minister Donnell, because one thing I think we all agree on is that public money, the people's money, money paid by them in local property taxes, money paid by them in commercial rates, needs to be spent well and in their interests. And there have been far too many stories of that not happening in counties around the country, unfortunately.
And this is not the first time that a local authority has been found wanting when it comes to the administration of their own budgets as allocated by the Department of Housing and Local Government. There is no oversight to spending, and it's because there's no one answerable or accountable for their actions. Similar shortcomings have been identified in recent times with Mayo County Council, where unjustifiable claims were made against the department. And NOAC, the body that has oversight of local authorities, are not accountable to anybody, nor do they have the powers to ensure that the local authority are accountable to the taxpayer for the administration of their budgets. So you're dead right. The Public Accounts Committee is where it's at. The C&AG, being the Controller and Auditor General, is independent of government. And if you feel that €6 billion worth of taxpayers' money is not worthy of the Public Accounts Committee, I'm not sure why we have the committee in the first place. So again, Taoiseach, I would urge you that you would make local authorities accountable for their budgets. The accounting officers of the local authorities must be compelled to explain their actions in a public forum. And in this regard, Taoiseach, you must move immediately to disband NOAC and bring the local authority under the remit of the Controller and Auditor General.
Thanks, Deputy. I firmly agree that the people's money needs to be spent well, spent efficiently and spent in their interest. And that's why it's important that we have audit and oversight functions that work. Local government, though, is separate from central government, and local government is now enshrined in our constitution by means of an amendment passed by the public some years ago. And while local authorities receive some of their grants directly from central government, they also receive funding from the local property tax, from commercial rates, and from their own income. And I think for an Oireachtas committee to start to take oversight of income that is local government income and not central government income would have to be thought about and thought about in depth.
Thank you, Taoiseach.